Office of Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu. You may just proceed to Ambassador, actually, Her Excellency, Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu. You can summarize your resume and then probably answer one or two questions from distinguished senators. You have the floor.
Thank you, sir. Senator, the senator representing Anambra South, who tragically passed away not too long ago, the very dynamic Senator Patrick Ifeanyi, who we continue to mourn and who is yet to be buried. May his soul rest in peace. The distinguished senator representing Anambra Central, my brother, Senator Victor Ume. The distinguished senator representing Anambra North, my brother, Senator Tony Woye. I cannot fail to mention my senator, Senator Osita Ngwu, and of course, Senator Enyinia Baribe of the All Progressives Grand Alliance. I would like to start today by giving a brief introduction of myself. I am the sixth child in a family of 8. My father, the late Chief Christian Ono, and my mother, Mrs. Carol Ono, who was a college principal. I was a devoted daughter to both, and a humble wife of the late I'm a lawyer by training, and I grew up in a rural village called Ngwo. I was born in Enugu. It was, I would say, one of the best experiences of my life because, of course, when you live in the village, it affords you a wonderful opportunity to really get close to the earth and to understand the values that really matter in any society. My elementary school was at Ekulu Primary School, and then I went to the Queen's High School, after which I transited to Aquat School in Pontefract, West Yorkshire, in the United Kingdom. And from there, I went to the Cambridge Tutorial College, St. Andrew's College for my advanced levels, the University of Buckingham, where I commenced a degree, combined honors in politics, economics, and law, and then subsequently transferred the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where I obtained my law degree and law school. I'm a lawyer by training. And of course, I am a mother of 3 wonderful children. In public service, I served as the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Diaspora Matters after which I served as Nigeria's ambassador to the Kingdom of Spain and Nigeria's permanent representative to the United Nations World Tourism Organization. These platforms offered me an invaluable opportunity to engage in effective diplomatic arrangements to really get a sense of what it means to interface between your government and your host country, host communities. And of course, as ambassador to the Kingdom of Spain, I was able to do that most effectively by presenting strategic platforms for engagement between Spain and Nigeria. And I am honored to say that in the course of my service, I was honored with the award of Africa's most outstanding ambassador, which was a vote conducted by the prestigious Dutch magazine called The Voice. And of course, El Mundo Diplomatico, which is a platform in Spain that trails the activities of ambassadors serving in that country, gave me a merit award for my service. At the same time, within the UNWTO, which is the premier body charged with regulating tourism and tourism-related activities, I performed creditably well. After this, to cut this quite short, I have also engaged in other public service. I was the secretary of the Truth, Justice and Peace Commission in Anambra State, set up a commission of inquiry set up to look into and unravel the root causes of insecurity in southeastern Nigeria. And I am also a member of the governing council of Chukwuemeka Ojukwu University, as well as Christian Chukwuma Ono College of Education. It is my honor to stand before you all today and to assure you that I am here. I am here because I believe that there is hope for this country. I am here because I believe that if we're all able to come together sincerely and commit to serving this nation with the focus on ensuring that we have peace, that the sky is the limit for this country. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I know that Senator Abaribe is worried about what happens to APGA after this. So I saw him moving from seat to seat, asking people why. So I decided that he should say something. But I want to thank you for commending President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for going across party lines to seek for the best of the best to save our country. And most especially, making the job of screening and confirmation easy, and even easier by attaching portfolios to the would-be ministers. Unprecedented. Now you can ask questions directly relating directly to the portfolio of the minister. And like you said, no other president has ever done it. And no other person would have done it except President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, having been a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His wife has been a senator, and he has known the yearnings of the Senate. So we commend him seriously for attaching portfolios to these nominees. And we pray that future presidents will follow suit, so it will be easy for the Senate to do its work. My dear sister, I'd like to ask you a question. You've had an experience as an ambassador. Very recently, I sent a delegation to Chad, and they came back and said that the Nigerian embassy in Chad, the building is in very deplorable condition. And I was in Ghana this week, and the same complaint. They have a land that they would like to build their embassy structure on, and many other places, Kenya, everywhere. People are complaining that the structures hosting the embassies are in terrible conditions. If you are confirmed by this Senate to go into that ministry, will you focus on trying to rehabilitate, to give Nigeria a better image in terms of the structures of the various embassies worldwide? After that, you can take a bow.
Thank you very much, distinguished senators. I would like to say that my past records speak for me. As ambassador to the Kingdom of Spain, I spent an entire year in one hotel room because when I got to Spain, the mission building was in such an appalling condition. Together with very dedicated officers, we conducted the massive renovation works, not just on the mission building itself, giving Nigeria an edifice truly deserving of a nation of its standing. The Nigerian embassy in Madrid that you see today is a product of my tenure in that country. And what was particularly sad about the previous state of the building was that it was very, very close to the Estadio Bernabeu, which is the home of Real Madrid Football Club. So it was such an eyesore that people who were going to the stadium for the various matches would pass the embassy building in its decadent state. But today, the Nigerian embassy in Spain is a magnificent building. Not only that, the residence of the ambassador was also given a facelift, and other buildings belonging to our country within that kingdom. It is true that in most missions, because of the poor funding, most ambassadors are constrained when it comes to carrying out refurbishments and renovation works, and this is quite unfortunate because a lot of the embassies are actually going through this situation. And I believe that not only does our Ministry of Foreign Affairs have to prioritize ensuring that missions abroad actually reflect the true magnitude of Nigeria's standing in the Committee of Nations. It is very, very important because this is what will give our nation the much needed respect to carry out diplomatic functions in a building that does not truly reflect the true standing of any country is very, very limiting. And this has, to a large extent, diminished our standing around the world. And I think that this is something that the government, under this president, in view of the 4 tenets of the foreign policy thrust, which is democracy, development, diaspora, and of course, looking at the fact that most of the people who have to come abroad, especially many of you from these hallowed chambers, who have to come for exchanges, study tours, etc., will be hosted in those buildings. It is imperative that when you are on those exchanges and you have to meet your compatriots and you also have to meet your colleagues in the host countries, that these meetings are done in respectable surroundings. Thank you, sir.
Is it the view of the Senate that this nominee be allowed to take a bow and leave? Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes are. Thank you. You may now take a bow.